Or the so-called upgrade seems to make no difference at all. Weakness! Let's go. Okay. Why are
It's
you
too
hitting
late to
her?
repent.
Rude. Rude.
I told
Hey.
ya I could fight.
Yeah, don't hit my girl. Hmm. Has a bleed effect. Takes wind damage. Okay.
Fighting is meaningless. The time is now.
You have the worst luck running into me.
Let's make
Oh,
it quick.
I got special stuff. What am I doing? Should have done that the first time. Oh god. The strange thing happened again. A chill creeps up your spine, mist clouds your eyes, and you see the familiar vision appearing again. This time, they're even closer. You can feel their presence and power. Fully, the Aeon of Remembrance appears again. They float in midair, bowing their head from above. Are they looking at you? But you're not sure which section is their eye. You tell yourself to stay sober and complete the mission. Speak to them. How did you manage to control my mind? Chaos turns into time. Your dereliction of duty will pass. The volume is no longer proportional. The steps are reduced 1 step, 2 steps, 3 feet away from everything. Be careful, Ilio. The train moves forward. The baby falls to the ground. The cancer is growing. They respond to you after hearing what you say. You feel the chill on your face and the hairs on your skin shudder. Then they draw away and disappear in an instant. You feel relieved. You hear Herta's voice at just the right time. You met Fully again. Well done. Previous testers never even got a response from Fully. Sounds like she has settled down from her excitement and her voice has returned to the usual, emotionless and mechanical register. So, what did you upgrade? What do you think an upgrade is? The next version of it, yeah, yes, Herta. The next version of a video game? Some tiny rewards handed out every 1.5 months? Yes! Herta snorts. This is a whole macro universe. If you could see all the changes at a glance, probably we spend all the time training a universe. I can just build a garden for your express instead. Herta sighs. There's a downloader just a little further ahead. Remember to use it to expand your team. Your brain is gradually adapting to the simulated universe, and the available RAM will gradually become accessible for you, so you can play with more people. Alright, snap out of it. Go and choose your blessing. The blessing of remembrance is manifested in ice, which will enhance freeze effects and buffs. Hmm. Stefan added something to the stage. He said ransack and smash the things are two essential experiences in game. Thwack. Thwack. No. No, sir.
I told ya I could fight.
Bitch.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Rules are made to be broken!
That.
Batter up!
Fighting is meaningless.
Wow.
Gotta try hard sometimes.
Why are you hitting my girl?
Check out this awesome move!
Is it dead?
Watch
No.
this!
Now it is.
You're annoying!
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict. The time is now.
Well, should have done the other one. Mhm. Smash it? Look, on the left are the visual friends in your brain, and on the right are the friends that have been downloaded into the system's RAM. Bring me along to form a four-person team, which will use the blessing of remembrance up to its fullest potential. What if I don't wanna? You. New characters can be added to the current exploration by using the downloader. One downloader can only add one character, so please make it count. Matt. Okay. Hmm.
Time to twirl! My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present!
Give me, please.
Oh, poor you.
Haha.
Sha!
Time to twirl!
Critical hit.
How about this?
Fighting is meaningless. The time is now.
Try that again!
Rude. To extend the session, the system created a concept of domains. Go through the teleport into the next zone. Did I get everything? Did I smash everything? Guess I gotta continue. Open the map. Here's a map for you. In the first tab, you will find your route progress reports. The second tab, records the blessing you have obtained. View blessing catalog. Okay. Is this little feature useful? I mean, sure. I guess. I smack.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
Rules are made to be broken! You've outstayed your welcome!
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision. Break!
Good.
Time to twirl! I told ya I could fight. Gotta try hard sometimes.
Yes.
Check out this awesome move! Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? Oh, it's all yours!
Damn.
Sha!
Enemies are falling, and you can't contain your excitement. You are a genius, you are sure of it. Your concentration starts to crumble. You love the shaking of every leaf. You enjoy the destructive power of endless thoughts. Until you realize that something is wrong with you. This is not you. Uh-oh. They're here. Akavili. Akavili. A voice laughed wildly. It's been so long. I miss you greatly. Your hairs stand on end. This is infectious enthusiasm of a madman. They appear before you, without a head and a mask in their arms. They wave their hand at you, still spinning in circles, their arms hanging in midair, their muscles controlling their trembling knuckles, and their posture like that of a sculpture. I am so sad. They suddenly became sorrowful. Why did you die? They whimpered in pain as tears ran down the back of your hand. You felt like you really had died. You had fallen too long, and the universe has lost its order. They began to clap their hands. Then everything started to turn to chaos. This is what I want. I want to hug you. Unfortunately, I'm just a equation in a computer. Oh, that seems kind of cool. They scratched their head. This punk has figured out again. I had to get Skrullum to edit their data once more. I have to apologize to you, really. I lay an ambush aboard your train for a whole year just to blow it up with your nameless followers. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. They put their hand to their chest guiltily and bowed solemnly. This disgrace is still pretending. They're already figured out you're not Alcavelli. You are Alcavelli. You're alive and well with an interesting opponent. Please play with me more. That's what I want. Grow up and defeat me. They kick the ground with a stomp and fade away. You gasp for air as you escape from the torment. Ah, the Eon of Elation, Herta explained uncharitably. A very elusive one who probably found themselves living in a game. This fella is very nosy and dangerous. Next time, bite your tongue and talk to them more. Thanks for your hard work. The blessing of elation loves to throw surprises, which can be suitable for characters that do follow-up attacks. Nice. I'll start. Okay.
The time is now.
You have the worst luck running into me. With me out here, how can we lose?
Let's go.
How about this?
Time
Let's
to
go.
twirl!
Let's go. Let's beat 'em up. Sure, I guess.
You can't run!
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
Time to twirl! I told ya I could fight. Watch this!
Let's make it quick.
What are you looking at?
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
My turn.
Let's go.
You must be honored to meet me. This is gonna hurt.
How to smash stuff. Can I smash stuff? Hmm.
Watch this! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! Hut! Ugh! Oh, poor you. Do you
Oh, that's
know who I
sarcasm.
am? Ever see a diamond this big? Oh, it's all yours! Time to twirl! I won't break.
What you know?
Rules are made to be broken!
So where's the rail? We're on it.
You're out.
Oh.
We need a strategy. Keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it.
I smack.
Move
Ah.
carefully. The time is now.
How about this?
Time to twirl! What are
Oh
you
shit.
looking at?
Would you? Oh, you actually freeze. Interesting.
I won't break. Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? Oh, it's all yours!
Fighting is meaningless.
Excuse me. No, we're not having that.
You have the worst luck running into me.
You're excused? Oh no. Takes fire damage each turn.
Let's make it quick. Batter up.
Oh, poor you.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
My turn. Watch this! Time to twirl!
Great job. That's it for today. I chatted with a few of my collaborators and we decided to redouble our efforts. Well, my effort too. Next time you come back, you'll enjoy our official version of Simulated Universe. When did you chat with them? While you were testing, Hunter replies. We have methods of communication far more powerful than those possessed by the IPC or the Intelligentsia Guild. That's a word. As far as people with our IQ are concerned, this communication is highly efficient. Stephen Lloyd has come up with a bunch of different ideas for making the simulated universe more fun. It won't help us attract more Aeons, but it might just help you have more fun, Herta says. Wow. The simulated universe will be closed for a while. We want to give the whole thing a big overhaul and think about what to do with AHA. Next time you will play the official version of the simulated universe, the test version will be abandoned. What's up with AHA? 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 AHA! Elation is a very strange Aeon. They are both confused and clear-minded and not as stubborn as the other Aeons. AHA won't stay confined to a single concept. They may have seen right through the nature of the simulated universe. You can go. I'll message you when I'm ready. Alright, goodbye, Herda. By the way, there's a simulated universe index over there. You can check it out if you have nothing to do. If you're not interested, then forget it. Okay. Is it not human nature to collect? I feel called out. Look, information about blessings, curios, and aeons in the simulated universe are collected in the index. Cool. Index of aeons have top secret info I procured. Index of blessings allow you to check the blessings you already attained. As for the index of curios, just continue to explore the later worlds. It might just suddenly unlock for you. So we got Kleepaw, Fully, and Aha. Aha sounds very oxymoron and contradiction. Yay, level 8.
It's still early. Where to now?
What was it? What was it? Elation? Not elation. What was it doing? Something popped up. What happened? Oh. These words resurfaced in your mind once more. When you have a chance to make a choice, make one that you know you won't regret. We haven't made up your mind yet. Or could it be that you have? However, you're just not sure if anyone else shares your point of view. It's alright. You can hide it deep in your heart and listen to what others think. Is it possible that you all think the same? Do we? Bubbles. More bubbles. Unable to communicate. Oh. Bubbles are floating in the air with a colorful glow gliding on their surface. For some reason, they form an image that seems to carry a profound meaning. You are sure you saw a red sun descending into a snowy mountains and a girl in a robe falling under the tip of the sword. Oh wait, no, we've done this before, right? Yeah, I thought so. Never mind. So all I can think of is talk to Himiko and get on board.
So, have you thought things through?
Hmm. I want to join the
Then
Express.
come with me.
Let's go.
I'll be waiting
Time to get on.
till we make it. Oh, we will see.
I'm over here.
Come with me, take the journey.
Hey, you over there looking dumbfounded. Yes, Pom Pom's talking to you. Himiko told Pom Pom about your situation. Now listen up. Pom Pom will only say this once. Pom Pom's sure there have been lots of people telling you how special you are lately. But this is the Astral Express. And everyone on here has their secrets.
Thank you.
Since you chose to board, you can abide by the rules. You're not the only special one here. You'd best remember that. I'm Pom Pom, the conductor. Just come find me if you have any trouble.
Blim. So much stuff. Holy hell. Oh. Mhm.
Oh, it's you. How do you feel?
I've got a killer headache.
I'll check you out in a minute. In any case, I have to thank you for saving March.
You guys saved me too.
All I did was calm that thing inside you down temporarily. I don't want to frighten you, but the truth is you won't ever be in the clear while it's still inside your body. However, as long as the Stellaron is still in your body, you should be careful what you do. I don't know if Himiko and I can suppress it again. But I won't bore you any longer. So much happened at the space station, you must be tired.
I'm always tired.
There should be some time until the next warp jump, so feel free to walk around and familiarize yourself with the environment.
Himiko likes using the phonograph a lot. She says it can play melodies from the past. Welt likes collecting these jet black discs. It seems like they could be antiques. He'd be very happy if you could bring a few back.
Yeah, we can play. Ooh.
What do you think? Does the Astral Express look the same as you imagined?
As I expected, it looks like a train.
Everyone on the Express is a passenger. We're all heading towards an unknown destination, like we're traveling together. Maybe that's why the Trailblaze chose such a look. Oh, right. March and Don Hung should both be in their rooms right now. You can go look for them. You youngsters should get along well.
What about here?
We usually meet up here, but our personal cabins are in the next carriage. Also, don't mind Pom Pom's antics. They're actually pretty interested in you. It's just that we haven't had new passengers on the Express for a long while. All right, I won't steal Pom Pom's thunder. If you have any questions, just go ask our conductor.
Can we party? Can we drink? Am I old enough? Probably. Oh my god. We can chain Pom Pom's clothes. Nice. In a secluded corner, undisturbed by anyone, it's a perfect place for solitude, reading, and contemplation. As long as the trailblazing continues, the express cars will extend endlessly. Whoa. How about we explore the rooms ahead of us later? Aw, but I love exploring! Why you gotta do this to me? Fine. I'll do it.
Here already? I was just engaging in pleasantries. How can I help?
Where's March 7's room?
Oh? Why are you interested in her room? Ah, Pom Pom remembers Himiko saying that you saved her. Very brave. Very foolhardy. But that is what a trailblazer should be like. March 7's room is in the express sleeper compartment. She's always running around, so she might not be there.
About Don Hang's room?
Don Hong's room? Oh, you mean the archives.
He sleeps in the library?
He's just sort of living in there, I guess. I can't be bothered getting him out.
But yeah, what is pacing?
March 7's room is right next to the archives. You can visit him on the way.
Is that a phonograph?
You recognize this as well? Himiko always likes to bring back weird junk and try to fix it. That also got modified a bit.
That's all my questions for today.
Pom Pom still needs to prepare for the Express's warp jump. You can look around the place yourself. No matter where you go on this train, Pom Pom will always have my eyes on you.
Always watching. Oh my god. Where's my room? Is my room cool? Is it customable? Oh god.
There seems to be the sound of electronic equipment.
Who's there?
It's me, Renrir.
Ah, it's you. The door is not locked. Come in.
Oh yeah.
Can I help you?
Just looking around.
Feel free. This is open to everyone on the Express. While many of the roads that Akivili traveled along no longer exist, I think it's still meaningful to record our adventures as current passengers of the Express. I enter the collected data into the Archives databank. I try to catalog the people and places the Express encounters, and compare and contrast them with the existing records. Do you see the terminal over there? It can be used to view information already stored in the databank. Do give it a go.
Board of Peacekeeping. Nice. We got titled. Look in the archives. Paperback documents are placed tidily on the shelf. Like Donhan said, the content is very dense, and some of it is even handwritten. Wow.
Choice isn't as elusive as it seems. I'm not done yet. Journeys never end. This is my will. March, lead the counterattack. I believe in you. Don Hung, let's make this quick.
Ayo.
Like always, Don Hung, let's make this quick.
Again, Ayo.
I'm counting on you to wrap this up, Himiko. I'm on it, well... Mr. Yang. An unexpected sight. But this is also what it means to trailblaze. Same as always. Beat them down as they come, right? Let's keep trailblazing together, Don Hung.
That sounded very romantic.
This is our chance. Stay alert. Let's go. Let's make it quick. Who's next? Batter up! How about this? Just a scratch. It'll take more than that. Rules are made to be broken! You're out. You've outstayed your welcome! Decisive strike! So this is... defeat. One more at bat. Much better. Keep at it. Reach the end of the story in your own way. Looks good. Is that all? Great. The more the better. So that's how it works. No match for me. We need a strategy. It's still early. Where to now?
Aeons. People know very little about the mysterious existence that dwells in that vast stellar seas. With the limitation of knowledge, intelligent lifeforms can only faintly discern that aeons tread upon paths imperceptible to mortal beings and execute unfathomable powers via some form of belief. In the end, the aeons became an embodiment of highly condensed concepts of physiology through the word of mouth. Wow, word of mouth spread of their legends. So it's kind of like how Greek mythology came out. It was mostly word of mouth. Well, every religion, let's be honest. Oh, wait, weren't they? Wait. If anyone finds themselves treading on the path of an aeon, they will be inundated by a distant sensation like being struck by a gaze from light years across the cosmos. Many believe that this is the only connection the Aeons and mortals can ever have. Also, they don't fuck. I'm sorry. I had to say that. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Who am I kidding? So, what didn't they just like say in the previous game that the Aeons were once humans and then they ascended into godhood or some type? Machiavelli the Trailblaze. This is what our dude is connected to. Countless shooting stars streak across the night sky. If you can pick the right one, it will carry your wish to thousands of distant worlds. There are three directions on the compass of destiny: the unknown, the known, and the unknowable. They can tolerate the unknown, but would never bow to the unknowable. Machiavelli left the isolated world of Pegana and continued to expand the unknown edges of the universe, trying to find an endpoint of the tree of existence. Yet or so? Unfortunately, Machiavelli's destiny was abruptly ended due to an accident. Oh, then he died. Oh, it's kind of sad. No. The birth of the universe is a mistake. If civilization is a cancer emerging quietly from the boundless stars, then war is the only common language known to all intelligent life. To correct this mistake and to clean up this tainted universe, Nanook became the avatar of entropy. So I think it was Koi that said that I would like Nanook. It was it was someone. And I think it was Nanook. Where's Koi? Koi. Lon the Hunt. The cruising aeon known as the Rainbow Arbiter roams endlessly between worlds to eradicate the undead scourges that once ravaged their homeworld. Lan's Hunt, ever heedless of costs, often blurs the lines between salvation and ruin. Yeah. Noah's the erudition? Erudition? Erudition. All things bear unanswered questions, and there is an answer to everything. The astral computer, originally meant to provide answers to the universe, is sent to Aeonhood. Nos hopes to understand the universe and solve all its mysteries. I don't think that's possible. I'm sorry, my dude. Oh, Sip. Sipe? Sipe. A plural aeon from multiple harmonious worlds. The glorious Sipe of thousand faces is chanting songs of joy and happiness. To battle the brutality of the laws of the universe, intelligent life forms must discard their cowardly selfishness and the difference between individuals, fusing into one singular melody. Oh, like a choir. Like if a single choir sings the same tone and everything. To have the strong help the weak, and to protect life with death. Oh. 9? The nihility? The existence of nihility is a mystery itself. Their form enshrouded by layers of mist. 9 didn't interact with the other aeons. Mood. They believe that the ultimate fate of the multiverse is nothingness and therefore worthless. Claypoth, the preservation, the builder of the celestial comet wall, the subspace crystalline barrier, and the great attractor base. Followers call them the Amber Lord, one of the oldest and most tenacious Aeon, having survived the Dusk Wars. Aware of the imminence of their mortal enemy devouring the Amber Lord, forged a powerful light years long seal that would isolate and protect the living worlds. Yaoshi the Abundance. Ask with sentiment, and you shall receive. Yaoshi is the nurturer of the people, the god of peace. Their presence ensures the existence of life. Yaoshi is an Aeon who answers all prayers and cannot bear to see death and the pains of illness. Well, Ouroboros, the ferocity. The drinker of worlds, the unsatisfied devourer, the black hole with thought. They are an Aeon and a Leviathan at the same time. In the eyes of Ouroboros, life is a flickering fragment floating in a sea of void, destined to return to the darkness along with the stars which birthed them. This darkness is within the depths of their mouths. Uh, Plural? Well, shit. The elation. To savor joy is a privilege unique to sentient beings. Neither the dusty rocks nor the distant stars can fathom the humor that life entails. Go seek adversaries worthy of your mettle. Games that while weigh the hours, and outcome indifference to victory or defeat. Go chase laughter that leaves you breathless. Twists born of fate's whimsy and songs that send your soul. Fully the remembrance. There is no existence more embracing than the remembrance in its purest form. It chronicles everything in neither affinity nor aversion. It unselfishly preserves every single fundamental fact and every single resplendent form. It is a river formed by the continuous flow of life, a treasure built from the eternal wisdom of antiquity. And Foley is the fish that swims back upstream in this river. The very key to this treasure vault. Seated in meditation at the heart of the Pure Land, they observe in silence the world's tireless repetitions of the same mistakes over and over again. Adrilla the Beauty. Adrilla witnessed the ultimate meaning of the world's existence through the ever-changing view of the universe, known to the rest of the concept of beauty. The Aeon of beauty suddenly vanished one day. It was just as mysterious as when they first appeared. So this is weird. I am getting like heavy vibes from Greek mythology, not gonna lie, and Norse mythology, specifically the World Tree, Yggdrasil. And I'm loving it. I'm hooked. Oh my god. Can I just call you Tay? Tay the propagation? Tazeronth, also known as the Imperator Exectorum, the Sand King, and the creator of the Swarm Disaster. My lord. As the last member of the Coleoptera that rules the land, their path was ignited out of desire born from loneliness. Oh, that's a mood. Tay metamorphed into self-duplicating horror, a torrent of infinite propagation. Tay, rather, flutter across the worlds until their advances were halted by fate in some way. God damn. These Aeons. Oh my god, there are people mowing the lawn. 1 second. Okay. I think they're not gonna be as close to the window as they were. I just realized drops are enabled for this game. Oh, 1 second. Let me do that. Yeah, drops are so it ends on October the 21st. Make sure you get your drops, guys. If you played the game. You don't have to play the game. But it is fun. Drops. It's enabled. There we go. There you go. Happy drop day. Mythos the enigmatic. Oh my god. Enigmata. Oh, Jesus. See, okay, I'm not the best speaker. I'm not even English is my mother language, and it's just even I have not mastered the words. There's no such thing. It is a fallacy that all things can be experienced and recognized. The living seek to produce prophecies of the unknown based on their limited grasp of order. But little do they know that the universe has no end and that the truth is but a fever dream. Whew. To prevent the certainty that erudition brought about from destroying the possibilities championed by Mythos, Mythos conjured the fog of thought and the rain of sensation to reveal to the mortals the explicable truth. The four agents Morph, Screen, Riddle, and Mirage. Who? Ho-Oh? Ho-Oh? Would this be Ho-Oh? The equilibrium. The chain of karma that mortals obsess over is nothing but a rough approximation of the complicated topology behind all things. Oho dissolved their will into a web of logic behind the universe's movements, maintaining the balance and stability of all things in perpetuity. It's all fucking chaos, guys. Stop. Adventurous mortals tirelessly seek out flaws in the system, believing their intellect to be superior to that of an Aeon. Oh, God. However, little could they imagine they have already been reduced to the strings inside a surveillance system, unable to escape the meticulous network woven by Oho. I'm gonna have fun saying that name. Oh no. More to read? Please. Factions. The mortal being's speculation of divine intent is a futile endeavor akin to the irrelevance of a mayfly against the enormity of the cosmos. Actually, sorry. However, when individuals harbor a shared misconception, they gather as a crowd, giving rise to an added value. The formation of consensus, the transmutation of a misconception into a generally accepted solution, and the attraction of the collective. Subsequently, factions naturally emerge. Mm. After the fall of Echaveli, the Aeon of Trailblaze, their trailblazing will was inherited by their followers, the Nameless, including the Astral Express that the Aeon once rode on. However, as the cancer of all worlds continues to spread, the star rails that the Express runs also fell victim. The Express could barely run before the blight descended and had no choice but to run aground when the rails became overly obstructed. Whoa. It remained so for many years until a girl with red hair discovered the desolate express. Girl with red hair? She was fascinated by the wordless stories the engine and the star rails had in store. She spent countless hours repairing the cracks and aiming the dents, restoring the express to its original form. The curious girl then set foot into the express and began her trailblazing voyage that surveyed the cosmos. The Astral Express made stops at every station, with passengers boarding and exiting on the way. May join and leave express journeys. Many join and leave the express's journey. The travelers come from different worlds, shoulder different burdens, and head to different destinations. However, while they are on the Astral Express, they would share the same voyage. That is why Himiko and the Express did not hesitate to open the doors to anyone willing to share this magical experience, regardless of their agenda and intentions. Stellar Run Hunter. Why is there question marks? In a quiet moment in time, the cancer of all worlds began to cause ripples across the stars, like a rock tossed into a pool of water. Before anyone noticed, this twisted and unknown matter had already corrupted a great number of worlds. But it resplendent and mesmerizing gems accompanied this corrosive mud. Gems known as stellarons. Death and despair followed wherever stellarons went. For many civilizations who have experienced the disaster it brings, stellarons are a symbol of destruction. However, despite the stellarons' nature, there emerged the fearless few who travel between worlds to obtain stellarons. They call themselves the Stellaron Hunters. No one knows anything about the Stellaron Hunters aside from what they have done. Which aeons do they worship? What do they want with the Stellaron? With the cosmos filled with rumors about them, only one thing is for certain. Though the Stellaron Hunters are few in numbers, each of them holds incredible capabilities and powers. Like us. So I can already tell this stream is going to be a major storytelling mode. There's a lot of lore I'm missing, and I only played one game worth of stream of this. And it's just, I love the lore that Hoyerverse has made and crafted. I am a storyteller, and all of my friends are like storytellers as well. So I really appreciate this depth of knowledge and lore in their games. I hope so much that Kingdom Hearts 4 has this kind of mode. It's like you go gather whatever and you do things, you pick up books and you read the books and like they've done before, but they have information on the items that's part of the game system and I can go on. Excuse me while I take a water. Everyone hydrate. A thousand years ago, the Aeon and Akaveli traversed across the worlds, laying down the silver rail that linked worlds together in the sea of stars, and leaving behind countless legends about the universe and exploration. The brave and curious were attracted by the tales of these adventures and followed the steps of the trailblaze, joining the god on their journey to explore the cosmos. Hmm. The adventurers called themselves the Nameless. They rode the express created by Akaveli and set of on thrilling adventures on planets connected by the star rail. Legend has it that Akaveli the Trailblaze loved journeying with mortals. They and the Nameless would share wine from various worlds and sing songs composed by diverse civilizations. They would disguise the moving express as the trail of shooting stars and laugh at the people looking up in awe. However, they would often get into deep trouble due to their recklessness only to be saved by the Aeon's power. Kiveli formed a deep bond with their followers, and their adventures continued to attract travelers to join the ranks of the Nameless. When Akaveli fell, a group of loyal Nameless carried on what the Aeons had started, continuing the exploration of the unknown. They held the belief that one day the will of the Trailblaze will connect the entire universe. That's big. The Astral Express that once carried Akaveli and their followers still hurries between the stars till this day. It is believed that the Express is powered by the heart of the deceased Aeon, and is repairing with great difficulty the star rail contained by the unknown cancer. Whoa. Zhangzhou Alliance, The Hunt. In the ancient era of legends, multiple Zhangzhou ships was tasked with voyaging across the stars to search for the miracle medicine of immortality. Of course. Their endless voyage took its toll on Zhangzhou, wearing away its convictions and shape over the long years until their eventual encounter with Yaoshi. However, all that fruit of immortality brought upon them were sorrows, poverty, and endless war and death. It wasn't until Lon, the Aeon of the Hunt, returned from the abyss, using gravity as bowstrings and stars as arrows. Oh my god. I love that sentence. Lon shattered the ambrosial arbor and put the wickedness of the abundance to an end. After Zhang Zhao returned to the righteous path, it formed an alliance under the guidance of the Hunt and formed a powerful army known as the Cloud Knights. The alliance's goals were to patrol the world and eradicate all abominations of abundance, and put an end to the corruption of the undead. It's so cool. Over the years, the Zhangzhou alliance landed on a great number of worlds that used to enjoy the grace of gods. They eradicated countless undead abominations. Any civilization that worshipped abundance had a considered possible threat of the Zhangzhou destroying the planet. This kind of deterrence was precisely what the Zhangzhou alliance is hoping to be. They want to be seen as a constant red line for those greedy for immortality, becoming the price that none dares to pay. To this end, countless souls have gathered upon Zhangzhou, all bearing the will of the Hunt, and the intent of seeking revenge on the ravaging abundance. They would not rest until the complete eradication of the deathless doom and their cosmic tours would not end. Galaxy Rangers, The Hunt. Not all devotees of the Hunt hate abundance. Such a group of talented rangers exists out there. This group admires Lan's policy of using violence against violence and the Aeon's swift decisiveness regarding punishment, believing the benevolence and the justice of the universe needs to be upheld via personal action. The Galaxy Rangers form into a group of heroes, walking the path of the hunt, and roam the universe thanks to the blessing of the Aeon. They went from planet to planet upholding justice for the locals, hunting down evil, then embarking on new journeys. The successful assassination of a Lord Ravager, Zulo, first brought the Galaxy Rangers their fame, and many years later, a ranger thwarted the atavistic experiment of the 64th member of the Genius Society, Dr. Primitive. But after that, these Galaxy Rangers gradually faded out of sight in the cosmos. Rumor has it that they fell victim to Dr. Primitive's vengeance. Ooh. Self-annihilator. Nihility. Everything in the universe is meaningless, and human beings are worthless in the eyes of Aeons. If Aeons are truly above all beings, why would they even care about the emotions of mortals? The self-annihilators are individuals who have inadvertently stepped into the shadow of Nine the Nihility, and from the moment have lost the meaning of their own existence. The shadow of the Nihility covers the stars equally, and self-annihilators may form in any world. If we call them affection, they call the social connections typically found in an organization. However, if we consider them phenomena, these poor souls do share one thing in common. Their various essential properties, such as corporal body, mental cognition, and personal memories, will gradually fade away in the journey of self-annihilation. Aw, that's sad. These phenomena can hardly be explained by the laws of nature, as described in the handwritten notes of the Doctors of Chaos. That's a band. Some self-annihilators have their skin turn into something like rotten wood full of holes and scars. Some have their endocrine system disrupted, becoming unable to distinguish between pleasure and pain and turning numb to everything. Some lose their memories, others lose their senses. It is as if they have been deprived of the meaning of their lives by some entity. They can only keep watching in dreams, an illusion, as their own form disappears in a black hole at the end of the horizon. However, some self-annihilators could convince the idea of fighting back. Oh. They join the Doctors of Chaos, vowing to do their best to cure others of nihility in what little time they have left in exchange for their own redemption. Moreover, some of them rely on their strong conviction to try and break the curse of nihility at its roots by slaying the Aeon that slumbers in the abyss. Dr. Primitive, number 64 of the Genius Society, once asked before his disappearance if Nine is truly unresponsive to the universe. How could the path of nihility exist to this day? Perhaps as the self-annihilators aimlessly traverse the cosmos, they are also casting the shadow of the Aeon around the universe. As for the few who can single-handedly withstand the encroachment of nihility on their existence, their journey of self-annihilation is drawn out to infinity, and the road they walk in like a shadow of Nine cast in the world. Doctors of Chaos, Nihility. We do not heal the body nor free the soul. We do not convey life or nor shun death. We honor existence itself. Existence is nothing. When an organism has this thought and applies it as a guiding principle, it begins to walk on the path ruled by Nine and receive the meaningless glimpse of the Aeon from some distant void. They will usually have two outcomes. One, the organism will dissolve and truly become nothing, becoming something called a self-annihilator. Two, the organism will be captivated by the magnificence of the Aeon, thus becoming a Doctor of Chaos in their spontaneous curiosity. Doctors of Chaos uphold a creed of saving the world. If they are able to prove to Nine that existence is more than nothing, they can free that large and lonely soul from the depths of the void. What they try to prove is a paradox, and it cannot be done by mortals. Yet the doctors of chaos seem to enjoy trying. Because the moment they perceived the worthlessness of life, that glance from the distant cosmos expired within them a futile desire to revolt against the meaningless destiny. Device 9. Everything in the universe is bound by the prison of existence, constrained by their body and mind and blinded by the world's superficial appearance. Even the most intelligent beings cannot comprehend this. Matter, order, logic, and life. You forgot chaos, buddy. Everything makes up reality. It's but one side of the coin. But the opposite side of equal entropy, oh my god, there exists nihility. The two balance each other to create the complete universe. Legend has it in the void of nothingness that is difficult to be perceived by the material world. I am drinking water now. Here lurks a mysterious faction known as Device 9. Those who gaze into the void for a long time will gradually be drawn to its dark energy, eventually passing through the dark web that separates reality from nothingness. The legend has yet to be proven, though. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. There we go. The most prestigious geniuses in the universe attempt to solve this mystery, challenging Device 9 with no results. What was this organization created? What are its goals? How many members does it have, and what do they do? Does Device 9 truly exist? The answer is as empty as the question itself. Denizens of Abundance. The denizens of abundance create poetry and art in the name of their beloved god, spreading the love and kindness of Yaoshi throughout the universe. In the worlds blessed by Yaoshi, the water never runs dry, and creatures are free from the cruel binds of time. Life is free to bloom as the sea fits. In the world blessed by Yaoshi, age is but a number, and mortals are not afraid of aging and death. They enjoy their lives to the fullest. Though its denizens come from different worlds, they all tell the same story. Thousands of years ago, war ravaged their lands. The short lives of mortals bred greed and fear, which give rise to plunder and tyranny. As demons and plagues ran rampant, the very fate of this world and its denizens were at stake in the flames of war. Until a kind god descended and planted a flower seed as warm as the sunshine. The moment the seed touched the earth, the whole world was transformed. Parched soil began to heal, and muddy waters became clear. Mortals tortured by wounds and disease were no longer in pain. People's hearts were no longer filled with sorrow. Humankind discarded their blood-stained weapons and began spontaneously praising the blessing from the god of abundance. Yaoshi ended the suffering of those worlds and bestowed upon mortal bodies and souls that could withstand the corrosion of time. In return, the denizen of abundance made Yayoshi's name known to the universe and to show their gratitude. Rumors started to spread that certain hunters who roamed between worlds regarded Yaoshi as evil and their creations defile creatures. The denizens will not tolerate such blatant blasphemy. The heathens must pay. Oh no. Elixir Seekers. Conflict and turmoil linger everywhere in an already short lifespan. The lusts and ambitions of the living continuously spark conflict and disaster. The transience of life has driven many ordinary people into madness. In order to escape the pain and burden that mortality has brought upon civilization, worlds upon worlds have sent out faithful emissaries of abundance in hope of finding the famous Sayoshi and acquiring the elixir of immortality. These elixir seekers all come from different backgrounds. Some are royals with the command of an entire fleet, while some are just lonely travelers who have nothing but themselves. What they do in common, however, is the obsession over immortality. The Zhang Zhao alliance has repeatedly warned blind followers that there is a cost that lies behind the blessing of the abundance. However, the warnings have always fallen on deaf ears. Arrogance and fear have always trumped the voice of reason, pushing elixir seekers further on their fruitless voyage. Among the vast number of elixir seekers, how many have seen the face of the abundance? How many can succeed in returning to their civilization with the supposed medicine of salvation? Sadly, these immortality-seeking voyagers have chosen to ignore the harrowing wails of the long-limbed monsters that have terrorized the universe. Sounds about right. Nanook, the Aeon of Destruction, commands a vast legion that brings chaos and destruction to the world. Loyal followers of Nanook have embarked on the path of destruction, placing themselves at the absolute opposite of life and civilization. They are known as the Antimatter Legion that spreads terror throughout the universe. The fiercest races of the universe act as vanguard for the Legion. There are also evil strategists who plot out destruction of worlds and act as the brains of the Legion. Innocent new worlds are ruthlessly destroyed, while proud and mature civilizations are forced to learn humility while on the brink of collapse. The will of destruction will only slow down when faced with the dying world. The Legion saunters over planets on the verge of being shattered, devouring the chaotic energy emitted by the process of decay. Only when the last flame of civilization has been extinguished will they leave contentedly to search for their next target. Worlds swept up the tide of Legion ask helplessly in their dying moments, why? Amidst the victim cries of despair, the countless evils in Legion sneer so heinously that even the stars shudder. It is said that as demons and evils roam, sometimes the shadow of Nanook will emerge from the starry sky to witness the tragic end of another world. Annihilation Gang. That's another band. Not all fanatical devotees of the path of destruction are welcome in the Antimatter Legion. There are many murderer species throughout the cosmos obsessed with pillaging and annihilation, but they lack the ability to systematically pursue the will of destruction. The scumbags of the Annihilation Gang finalize about one day serving as pioneers of destruction, but they have no idea that their cruelty only incurs Nanook's utter contempt for them. The reason is that the Annihilation Gang's goal behind their thirst for destruction is not pure enough. Chaotic desires are also mixed therein, with some taking pleasure in bloody slaughter, some plundering as an excuse for filthy vengeance, and some relying on endless destruction to calm their internal madness. They claim to be loyal followers of destruction, but never escape the enslavement of their own selfish desires. These marauders roam the stars, dragging everything they touch into a vortex of havoc. They would not abandon their feeble personal ideals, and so must endure the tortures of internal spiritual exile. Oh my god. Oh my god, even Anook has standards. In the vision of harmony, the diverse civilization throughout the universe will eventually become as close as siblings, singing in unison with hymn of unity and joy. The universe will become a harmonious whole, with no discordant notes to disrupt the beautiful chords and no fools worrying about their own short-sighted futures. Thus, under the loving radiance of Aeon Zip, their chosen people formed a harmonious family. They come from different worlds, belong to different civilizations, and have different identities, but they are, at the same time, the closest family members they are. There is never noisy disputes or even contradictions among his family, only eternal love and smiles. Oh no. There are no more harmonious families in the universe than them. The family calls out to other worlds with their song, encouraging them to embrace harmony. Whenever new worlds accept the blessing of Zepe, the family will celebrate, rejoice, and work even harder at praising the Aeon's kindness. But not every blessed world can become the member of the family. Few will mention the civilization that perished out of stupidity or hubris. People are also curious whether any members of the family have grown tired of the one and voluntarily abandoned the path of harmony. In the face of such questions, the family smiles and replies, "Never." No, that's a lie. There is no way unless it's a hive mind. Genius Society. Noah stays in a corner of the cosmos working out the equations of the universe made up of trillions of variables and deriving the unknown laws of imaginary numbers. Once in a while, a spark of intelligence flashes in a mortal world. The Aeon of erudition sends a signal to its source, inviting geniuses to join in search for answers to the universe. Many people misinterpret the signal, thinking the invitation to the Genius Society merely represents the favor and approval of the Aeon. Then they proudly continue to devote themselves to their studies, unaware that the solution to the problem that they have spent their whole lives searching for had already been solved by Nos thousands of years ago. There are also those who rejoice, thinking they have already reached greatness and had created priceless assets of civilization with their diligence and wisdom. They were sure that their lives' achievements deserved Nios' approval. These geniuses were eager for a response from Nos, but the erudition has no time to appreciate the insignificant achievements of mere mortals. Their silence was deafening. God damn. Only very few can ascertain Noah's intentions. They humbly ask questions and seek guidance from the erudition. These enlightened few then disappear from the world, only leaving behind the world-shattering answers. The answer to the universe is beyond the limits of mortal wisdom. Only geniuses who can clearly acknowledge this conclusion can break free from the shackles of worldly curiosity, becoming true members of the Genius Society. Intelligentsia Guild. I have to read that slowly. I'm sorry. Only the cream of the crop can become members of the Genius Society, but the Intelligentsia Guild waits not. The Guild is willing to accept all beings from the infinite universe who seek to learn, as well as providing all that is needed for the full pursuit of knowledge. The Guild advocates that all knowledge must be circulated like currency. Therefore, although there are different schools that specialize in different subjects within the Guild, everyone is actively engaged with one another with no isolationism. Members trade knowledge for wisdom and formulas for recipes, seeking to achieve mastery. Each school, like a business, pays for itself, and academic circulation has achieved the maximum efficiency proposed in economic models. An elder in the Genius Society thought the guild as laughing stock. However, as an open academic organization, the guild was above such mockery. After a long period of research and exploration, its members have reached a consensus that the only way to transcend the limitations of the individual is to have an academic network of mutual learning. All I can think of is like Thoth from Egypt, the Egypt gods, Egyptian gods, not Egypt. Words, words, words are hard. Alright, I should put drops on my title. Refresh if you haven't. If it matters. Atavi Search Forest. If intelligent creatures are advancing on the right path, why do cosmic civilizations come to a standstill? A group of scholars poses this question to an unchanging stars. In response to this question, the society geniuses turn a deaf ear, and the ordinary in the guild are clueless. Apart from Dr. Primitive, the one who gives them enlightenment, no one can grace them with an answer. These fervent scholars very quickly find themselves on the opposing side of civilization, voluntarily becoming the staunchest advocates for atavistic experiments. They insist that erudition had long strayed from the straight and narrow, and that regression is the only salvation. Oh, more. Only after severing the withered branches of ignorance can new saplings of knowledge rise from the ruins. They are convinced that any means are necessary in the pursuit of knowledge, recklessly disregarding straight ew, I know, right? The fact that these brutal methods have overstepped the boundaries of science, wholeheartedly throwing themselves into the heresies. In the long course of their experimentation, the line between the researcher and the research also gradually blurs. There is a tale being told in the universe. Dr. Primitive in an eccentric, never seeking to consort with humanity. But the disturbance wrought in the world by these followers by his were no less significant than their idol. It was until the Rangers shot through a lab's metal door, only to be engulfed by a sea of bananas pouring out. What? Oh my god. Um, I wasn't expecting that at all. That people finally realized that the organization known as the Source Research Institute had ceased to exist, replaced by a horrific forest that is regressive or regressing into a primeval. Oh my god, words. We're not going to dwell on that. Legend has it the Aeon of Preservation Qlipoth is the oldest Aeon. Silent and mighty, Qlipoth built a light years long barrier around the cosmos. Wow. Never engaging in any trivial conflicts or badgering with the other Aeons. Civilizations across the cosmos speculate on the motive of Qlipoth. One said as the ancient Aeon foresaw a disaster that could obliterate the cosmos, so Qlipoth built a barrier to protect the worlds. One said Qlipoth was willing to slave for other Aeons and was ordered to build walls for them. There is no way to verify the truth, but Qlipoth's tireless actions moved the mortals. They spontaneously gathered in groups to build a barrier to protect their planet. Some architects have claimed to feel the protective gaze of the Aeon upon them. They liken it to a gaze of approval, tinged with the warmth of the forge and the smell of lime. The annihilation of a single star can devastate planets thousands of light years away, pushing them into the precipice of extinction. On the rare occasion of such calamities, worlds are saved only by the walls their denizens have built. People who survived their demise no longer mocked the stubbornness of the architects. Instead, they joined them, never to question their motives or the meaning of preservation ever again. To outsiders, the IPC is an enormous consortium advocating free trade. From a business perspective, the IPC is a business that issues money and monopolizes resources. From a startup perspective, the IPC is a selfless support group dedicated to the aeon of preservation. When many astral citizens talk about the IPC, they talk about its merchandise and logo. It's as if the IPC exists whenever there is a transaction. In fact, almost all business transactions in the cosmos are based on the credit system credited by the IPC. If one were to compare the interastral trade to a sports competition, the IPC would be the top athletes, as well as the sports, the venue, and the rules themselves. Oh no. Its absolute dominance over wealth and relentless expansions have given the IPC the image of a conspirational. Oh my god. Words. A business dictatorship. There we go. But the IPC pays little attention to lovely ambitions such as dictatorships because its spirit hasn't wavered since its creation. Give everything to the Amber Lord, Kleepoth. Today, the Interastral Peace Corporation is divided into 7 major departments. Perhaps the word department can no longer encompass the astounding scale of this pan-galactic enterprise. In actuality, every IPC department would often control dozens of every hundreds of civilized worlds of various scales and have billions of workers employed in the hereditary hered oh my god, hereditary manner. My lord. I am so sorry. What's English? Let alone the countless masses are affected by the impact of its commercial activities. These 7 major departments are the Marketing Development Department. The Marketing Development Department is engrossed in teaching more star systems to preach the calling of Kleepoth. It also responsible for pulling newly emerging worlds into the universe commercial sphere. It is said that the chairman, Oswaldo, is a former nameless who still holds strongly to the will of Trailblaze after joining the IBC. Some believe he will soon become a member of board of trustees. All he's missing is some experience and an empty spot. The business consolidation. When the marketing development department finishing establishing relationships with the new world, the subsequent commercial dealings will be handed over to the business consolidation department. Words. This department is responsible for managing the IPC hyperdistant delivery system. They stock take specialty goods, set prices, and continuously maintain the IPC faculties and goods inventory. It is the IPC's biggest department. Its staff numbers amount to 45% of headquarters' total personnel. Whoa. The strategic investment. As the second best foresight in the IPC, their investments will never be limited to short-term returns. It has an elite team of non-performing asset liquidation specialists, the 10 Stonehearts, led by a mysterious Director Diamond. These individuals traverse the universe, actively liquidating the bad debts caused by the cancer of all worlds. The Building Material Logistics Department is the oldest in the IPC. Its former name was the Emberlord Support Team and has restructured after Louise rose to prominence. The current director of the department is a rotund fellow Taravon Keen, one of the rare verified emanators of preservation in the IPC, and one of the 7 members of the Board of Trustees. He shoulders the holy duty of shipping building materials to Kleepoth, and his grip on his power only solidifies over time. The technology conducts through collaboration and the Intelligence Guild, and turns the guild's scientific results into commercial projects. Preferring the management practices by peer experts, the IPC acknowledges Director Yabali's scientific aptitude and commercial instincts. The association between this young lady and the Council of Mundanites, oh my god, and the Guild are often also inspiring waves of speculation. The Talent Motivation Department is responsible for recruiting, training, and transporting talented employees of the IPC. This department is also a medium through which many intergalactic projects communicate and collaborate with their respective stakeholders. Moreover, the two directors of the Talent Motivation Department, Mationin Raj Zazad and Jan Shalalo, words, collectively control an information network that covers the entire cosmos. Their emissaries shuttle across the cosmos, befriending the major powers and forming alliances and relationships with talents who are not yet willing to join the IPC. These external aids will demonstrate significant value in a situation where the IPC is unable or unwilling to show its face. The traditional project department. Oh no. The passage of time saw the rise and fall of many industries, and their influences and position in the IPC trade system also ebbing and flowing. When one industry's trade falls below a certain percentage threshold is pan-galactic commerce. It will be removed from the duties of the Business Consolidation Department and handed over to Director Arita of the Traditional Project Department. With this mediocre performance, the Traditional Project Department is hardly appreciated in the IPC. However, there is also the view that the true elites are concentrated in this department, where they silently conduct business and have withstood the test of time. Ten Stonehearts. Among the myriad IPC departments, the Strategic Investment Department is responsible for being visionaries. Their investments are never obsessed with short-term returns. They often operate investments rounds stretching across dozens or even hundreds of amber arrows per round. And their goal is nothing less than total control of an entire star system. Though many investments made by the department would turn into bad debts due to continuous setbacks caused by Nanook and Stellarons. The Strategic Investment Department have attained multiple stunning achievements ever since the current director Diamond took over. Eradicating the swarm infestation in the Galante sector and completing the commercialization of a new ecosphere. Conducting capital injections to the Golconda Mining World Consortium. Following the Stellaron incident, securing the fresh sources of minerals for IPC's construction materials logistics trade. Reclaiming the lost world of Gerlo 6 and investing in its oh my god, they're bringing it back to life. Okay. Salvaging in memoria of in dead worlds. Oh, wait. But don't. Does it leave behind a husk? No, I'm probably reading it wrong. It's fine. Behind all these events, the team named the 10 Stonehearts played a prominent role, officially known as non-performing asset liquidation specialists in the IPC. They are an elite team under Diamond's direct management. Its ever-changing list of members come from a diverse range of backgrounds and holds a wide variety of responsibilities. The only thing they have in common is how they were all personally promoted to the role by Diamond, and were granted a credential of their identity known as the Cornerstone. Some credible sources suggest that the 10 Stonehearts had demonstrated on certain occasions unbelievable might that could be related to preservation. Whether this power originates from the member themselves or the cornerstones they possess remain uncertain. However, since diamond is one of the few confirmed emanators of preservation within the IBC, this power is likely related to that fact. The trouble path between the Strategic Investments Department and the Marketing Development Department has long ceased to be a secret within the IBC. Some claim that the Tin Hearts are actually Diamond's private soldiers, while others believe they are purely followers of preservation, even going so far to say they have carved out their own hearts and replaced it with a Kleepot stone. The true allegiance of the Tin Stone Hearts remain a mystery for now. How cool would that be? The Swarm. Life is born of an instinctive desire to reproduce, and the senses and spirit are only unattended byproducts, created when carrying out the basic instincts of reproduction. Ayo. Those who don't submit to their primal desires claim to be wise, unaware that they are already considered food for the offspring of Tai, the Aeon of propagation, the father of the swarm. The multitudes of the Storm King offspring can cover the starry night. They are 10 long enough to measure the cosmos. Worlds fearfully call the self-replicating chaos as swarm. Yikes. Spirit, soul, technology, philosophy. In the thousand compound eyes of Tai, the universal laws pursued by all intelligent races are but a side effect of the ultimate goal of reproduction. The swarm doesn't seek a following by higher races, for worship itself is an unnecessary desire. Only the flying creatures that succumb to the primal instincts will be attracted to the self-replicating primordial tide, transforming to the part of the swarm after becoming its food. Even without their god, the swarm continues expanding at an incalculable rate, bringing fear and disaster to the worlds chosen as their nest. Garden of Recollection. Oh, okay, so we get more information from it. The thing is to exist, and memories are proofs of that. All things that make up the material world would eventually perish, but they can live on in another way, through remembrance. Contrary to popular belief that memory is mixed with the imaginary, memo keepers from the Garden of Recollection relieve reality. Well, believe reality. Oh my god. I am sorry. Garden of Recollection believe reality and imagination to be a myth. Whoa. Okay. What is absolutely real and immortal in the universe that is constantly reincarnating. Even stars die and black holes evaporate. On a cosmic scale, they vanish in a breath. In this flood of time and life, the only treasure in the memory that proves the existence of people. Memo keepers from the Garden of Recollection are dedicated to preserving and sharing memories. Is that what the bubbles around that are there for? Enlightened by their master fully, Memo keepers shed their mortal flesh and live on as mimetic entities. With this unique gift, they can also freely traverse between worlds, unconstrained by physical limits. Memo keepers often disguise themselves as natives of the world they visit. They trade, copy, steal, deceive, using every means necessary to collect precious memories. Whoa. Oh my god. The cremators? Oh my god. In the Garden of Recollection, where memories of the universe are sought and kept, hides a group of extreme memo keepers who view the marks of existence differently. Instead of treasuring all that takes place like their colleagues, they believe that there are different qualities and priorities of memories in the world, and that the pure land created by Fully should not be taken up by worthless memories. Wow. The cremators believe that they bear the sacred duty of filtering memories for the aeons. They steal the stored memories that memo keepers have gathered and rank them in order of importance. The ones that they deem worthy are returned to the collection, whereas the one arbitrary deemed unworthy are completely destroyed, never to be found again. The cremators claim that they are cleaning out the garbage, all in hopes of relieving of some of Foley's burdens and contributing to the glorious sacred grounds of remembrance. That seems contradicting. What the fuck? However, the Guardian of Recollection scoffed at and saw no reason for their actions. See? For the smallest shard of memory in the universe holds just as great as importance as the grandest of feats. No mortal has a right to judge the value of any piece of memory. Hey, let's go. Oh my god. It is also very interesting, and I'm loving it. I also think I should go on a break. Give my voice a little bit of rest. And we'll return from that break and read Pure Child of Anastrava. Nice. Okay. Well, I'll be right back, guys. Remember to stretch, drink some water, get some snacks if you need, and we'll come back for some coziness. Because apparently this is a reading stream now. Bye bye. See you later. Hello, everyone. We are back. I had some good stretching and spent some time with Lucy, the doggo, and outside. It was nice. I gave her lots of pets. All right, pure child of Anna's Rava. It's hard to determine which category in the databank the pure child of Anasrava should be filed under, or even if this entry should be included at all. So far, these four worlds seem more like a baseless rumor scattered among the fragmentary chapters of cosmic history. Different historical records lead to a pure children of Anastraba, with vastly different birthplaces, races, identities, and even life experiences. They also never knew each other. The only common thread between these women was that they all walked the path of remembrance. Mm. Literally interpreted, the pure children of Anastrava must have countless intricate connections with Poli, the master of Anastrava. Could these women be some special form of remembrance emanators? The conjectures are endless. There could be fragments of the aeons scattered across the cosmos after they're being shattered. Well, shattered? Broly's countless manifestations, walking among mortals, different facets of their memories of themselves. Each theory seems self-consistent, yet riddled with contradiction. Now, there's only one consensus across the cosmos, one or several pure children of Anisrava establish the Garden of Recollection, and these women collectively guard the secret of remembrance. Mourning actors. Mourning actors are firm believers against elation. They believe life is full of ups and downs, that agony makes people mature, but fleeting joy only offers hopeless and unreachable temptation. Cheap entertainment is an iconic for human to lose themselves in. All beings should renounce joy and endure grief to temper their spirits. To this end, these people are formed a theater troupe of sorrow. The actors ride a gondola that spans the stars to perform. They collect and wear masks from different worlds, symbolizing the races that passed and those that have not. At the same time, they record the sorrows of intelligent life. They compose magnificent tragedies for heroes facing their ends, and sing graceful elegies for dying stars. Mourning actors activate celibacy and penance. Oh no. Hoping this would go against the path of elation and dilute the sweet allure that the elation has been able to provide to the universe. However, joy and sadness are two sides of the same coin. Their very essence is engraved to the souls of all beings. The Aeon of Elation sees potential strength in the beauty of tragedy, perhaps out of fondness for their wicked sense of humor. Aha bless these people with ionic powers, playfully helping them spread their renunction of joy across many star systems. Kind of surprised there's no jesters. Like nothing's called a jester so far. Mask fools tell a parable of the birth of their beloved Aeon. When the Aeon of Elation climbed to the highest branch of the tree of existence, they saw the cold and despicable void, the stars opening like machinery, and how the meaning of all things bow before nothingness. They continued looking until they saw a baby fall to the ground and cry, because it has been wronged. The Aeon burst into laughter, laughter so clear it tore through the cold universe and still reverberates through the universe today. The fools believe that the truth of the world is a joke, and that the ultimate meaning of all things lie in mere laughter. The universe is merciless, and there is joy to eliminate pain, dilute sorrow, resist nihilism, and heal wounds. Laughter, the gift of the intelligent races, is the only answer. Mass fools are extremely radical when it comes to their beliefs among the followers of elation. In their pursuit of pleasure, they do whatever it takes to find it, often causing havoc wherever they go. They laugh at heroes for self-righteousness, kings for the lust of power, lovers for their infatuation, and scholars for their overthinking. The fool's objective is to stir the stagnant pool of life to create surges and change, because change is a source of mockery and amusement to the fools. It would be a welcome sight if someone could turn the tables on them. The legend of the mirror holders had it that the downfall of the god of beauty was an ancient metaphor symbolizing the shattering of people's view on beauty, crumbling like a collapsed tower into rubble and bricks. Therefore, the goal in the mirror holders take on another significance. When conception and beauty are reunified, all disputes and strife will disappear. They believe the aeons they worship will be perfect and complete again, and the universe will become whole. This may not be a mere delusion, as the mirror holders possess a series of items named Mirror of Transcendence. These mirrors do not reflect the material world, but instead reflect what is considered by the beholder as beauty and project into reality. As the mirror holders recounted themselves, the mirrors were fragments of Idrilla's divine form. When the god of beauty died, their fragments were scattered to the cosmos. The wandering mirror holders tried their best to find clues and recapture these fragments, hoping to one day piece everything back together and let beauty return to the world. That's kind of sweet. Among the legions of Idrilla's followers, the most infatuated with classical beauty form the Knights of Beauty. They ride their faithful and dexterous mounts and chant ancient beautiful songs as they fiercely travel from planet to planet, extolling the name of Idrilla to the beings of the universe. The Knights of Beauty are extremely self-disciplined. They stubbornly abide by an absolute creed known as the Code of Chivalry, believing that only through a perfectly refined body, mind, and spirit can they become truly worthy of worshipping Adrilla. Despite their extraordinary strength, the major factions of the cosmos hold the Knights of Beauty in low regard. Warriors with only worship but little faith are but wastrels traveling the universe and cannot form a powerful force. Rumors has it that the Knights of Beauties do not believe in the fall of Idrilla. They shuttle back and forth across the universe. Their source of power is still a mystery. There is evidence that history fictionologists are a group of emanators that were enlightened by aeons. They often plunge in the sea of stars alone, traveling planet to planet with the sole purpose of fabricating, obscuring, destroying, and erasing the local history. They believe that the past determines the future. When a civilization's history is definite, its future development is doomed, as all possibles are eliminated, leaving only a sad, rigid path forward. In order to save these worlds from a sad fate of objectivity, they consider Inamana as their only creed and are determined to shroud the universe in mystery. They carry out their mission of destroying history alone and decisively with an altruism that is difficult to comprehend. Their views are poorly understood by most, and their blatant hatred of objects fact is somewhat extreme. Somewhat. Many worlds are beginning to realize the irreversible and tangible damage that these emanators of Enigmata have caused the culture. Across the cosmos, they have a reputation comparable to that of the Antimatter Legion. The guild has publicly denounced them. The Antimatter Legion destroys matter, but the history fictionologists destroy the very universe itself. Oh, in view of the fact that this entry has been edited with unknown attribution, it is hereby declared that this entry is inapplicable to any reference and will no longer be updated. Censoring, I sense. We don't condone censorship. Enigmata has a large number of followers, with the Riddlers being a prominent group. They were once palace hall poets, painters, master of disguise, or occult monks. While having reached great heights in their respective field, after coming into contact with the Aeon, they turned into an incomprehensible group of people who spouted ridiculousness and wrote falsehood. Where the history fictionologists are devoted to the mystification of history, the Riddlers are obsessed with destroying the certainty of language. Words used to express meaning are gradually obfuscated into the mouths of the Riddlers. They deconstruct texts, abuse metaphors, change word orders, tamper with semantics, and transform an otherwise precise language into something beyond recognizable. Recognition. My brain does whatever it wants, apparently. While the Riddlers are not as prominent as history fictionologists, their actions still have a subtle yet huge impact on the current universe. Why is it so hard to find a pure and precise language in the cosmos these days? That is another riddle left by the Riddlers. At the beginning of life, the weight of existence was placed upon the scales, and the burgeoning of life energy instantly tilted the balance of the universe. For the patience of equilibrium is unfathomable. Given enough time, existence and nothingness are destined to attain perfect balance once more, and the balance of the universe process must be respected. The arbitrators admire Ho-Ho's ideas, praising their eternal focus and patience. But universal laws have no control over time and space. Immortals can only pursue the beauty of equilibrium in a secular world by the elimination of radical extremes. Beauty and ugliness, joy and sorrow, good and evil, love and hatred. Countless opposing concepts were created and interpreted to satisfy the arbitrator's obsession with the zero-sum universe. But the rules of mortals are always riddled with flaws. That is part of living. Out of desperation, the arbitrators were constantly forced over the inexorable passage of time to patch up past fallacies and mistakes, forever shifting the hopes of equilibrium onto the next patch. Ho-Ohs watches on in silence, knowing that the restoration of order could never be shaken in the slightest by such vulgar mortal drama. The Beyond the Sky Choir believes that the world origin emanates from the resounding harmony of and on the order. Through their utterance, creation materializes, each bearing its unique symbol, preserving their resistance against corrosion. Subsequently, these discrete syllables intertwined, forming a rhythmic tapestry of passages that chronicled the rise and fall of cities, empires, and civilizations. Ultimately, they converged into a grand symphony of time. In the era preceding Anna's fall, celestial signs often graced the vast expanse. It was a jubilant chorus that resounded whenever a grand spectacle was established in a distant realm. Believers from all realms received their sound drawing inspiration from the spectacle, spectacle and composing new hymns. As a result, the reverberation of Anna's harmonious melodies spread throughout the universe, quelling calamities and fostering unity and prosperity in the name of the order. The chant of the Beyond the Sky Choir is believed to represent Anna's voice. However, with their demise, their voice merges into harmonious music, vanishing without a trace. Whoa. Okay, this is what I want to read too. Cancer of all worlds phenomenon. Various factions had started to notice the phenomenon since a specific time. A vague interstitial matter was disrupting the flow of imaginary energy along the interstellar routes created by Trailblaze. Like a mountain climber meeting a cliff or a long distance ship encountering tsunamis and whirlpools, interstellar travel changed from being unobstructed to being a dangerous and unpredictable. This phenomenon is remarkably aggressive. It continues to encroach upon neighboring worlds in the form of a mysterious object, the Stellaron. It keeps spreading all over the universe like a cancerous growth, leading to an interastral peace corporation to call it Cancer of All Worlds, and warning interstellar travelers not to take it lightly. The world swamped by the Cancer of All Worlds was soon beyond saving, and very few people survived. There are many speculations regarding the Cancer of All Worlds, and most are related to Nanook, the Destruction, and the Antimatter Legion. These cosmic destroyers often seem to appear together with Stellarons. We do not yet know if these occurrences are related or are only coincidences. That's interesting. Damn. Well, shit. Oh my god, he does sleep in. Oh, baby.
I'll be entering any new information we encounter on future journeys, so drop by any time to check it out.
I didn't know you could fix computers so well.
You know, I'm not a... I have matters to attend to. Feel free.
I'm sorry. Bookshelf. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. 2 hours later. You knock, but there's no response.
The door is unlocked. Should I go in?
Just a little peek.
Just one look should be fine, right?
3 hours later. Yep. March 7th desk. You failed to see anything that resembles diary. Oh, come on. I'm just gonna read her diary. March 7th's bed. It's not very tidy. Oh, no. A doll in the form of a conductor pom-pom. So that's what they look like without clothes. The cozy rest area is in a stark contrast to Don Hong's sparse floored bed next door.
Make a
Oh,
choice
that's so cute.
I won't regret. Reach the future.
Thank you for the
So
wellness
much
chat.
has happened in such a short time.
You don't quite understand why exactly March 7 has bought this mirror. I do.
Hi. Hello. Attention all passengers. Attention all passengers. Express is about to conduct a warp jump. All passengers, please gather at the main hall. I repeat, the Express is about to conduct a warp jump. All passengers, please gather at the main hall.
The door is locked. But there's a peculiar scent of coffee coming out of the room. The door doesn't even move an inch, as if it's glued in place. Aw, come on. God damn it. Where's my room?
This is your first time experiencing the warp jump, so a little discomfort is unavoidable. If you're really anxious about it, I can stay here and have a chat with you.
About the fragmentum?
Fragmentums are a phenomenon of corrosion. The mainstream school of thought is that stellarons catalyzed the appearance of fragmentums. All matter and space that comes into contact with the fragmentum will be turned into fragmentum creations.
So...
However, you don't have to feel too burdened. At the very least, the current state of the stellaron in your body is very stable and will not cause distortion to the outside.
About the anti-metal
They
legion.
are the army ruled by the Eon of Destruction, Nanook. As Nanook's followers, they stand against all life and civilization and execute the will of destruction, disseminating chaos and calamity. Their actions cannot be explained by reason, because their only motivation and purpose is to destroy.
I gathered. About stellarons.
It's impossible to trace the origins of this phenomenon. When it's observed by humans, or should I say, once it begins to affect the physical world, it's already too late to reverse. It's like a sudden storm that appears on a calm ocean. This phenomenon causes the smooth journey through the expanse to be filled with dangers. The mechanism whereby this mutation and corrosion spreads is the stellarons. It promulgated rapidly, like cancer cells, so the Interastral Peace Corporation named it the Cancer of All Worlds.
About our companions.
About everyone on the Express? Who would you like to know about?
Dan Heng.
Dan Heng is a lonely child. He may appear distant and cold, but his heart is kind. Perhaps he's the way he is today because he spent so much time on the run. Sometimes he reminds me of myself when I was young. We don't know what he's running from. He once told me that he didn't know either. All he knew was that something was chasing him, and that he had to run away. First from the Xianzhou, then the IPC. So he boarded the ship of a troop called the Morning Actors and escaped the IPC. After a while, he made his way to the Express, and he's stayed here longer than anywhere else. Don't worry. No matter who or what wants to hurt Dan Heng, we won't let them. Those who dare attack members of the Astral Express should be prepared to suffer the wrath of me and Himiko.
And me!
She's the owner of the Express. We joke around calling Pom Pom the conductor, but everyone knows Himiko is the boss.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
It all started with her encounter with the Astral Express, and they haven't been apart since then. She's extremely passionate, like a burning sun. However, she remains mysterious most of the time. Once in a while, you feel that she's burning herself out, trying to accomplish her dream. Only someone like her is worthy of the Astral Express. I think Himiko's vision of her whole life revolves around a very important dream.
About March 7th.
Did Himiko tell you about March 7th? She was trapped in ice, floating through space. We happened upon her and rescued her. It was a unique type of ice known as six-phased ice, a substance that adheres to imaginary law, meaning that external forces cannot change its form. Whoever sealed her inside the six-phased ice, no matter who it is, did so either to protect her or banish her. I believe she had been floating through space for some time.
About Pom Pom.
To be honest, I don't know when Pom Pom appeared. I think it was before I came to the Express. No, wait, maybe it was after. Pom Pom is like the spirit of the Astral Express. Whenever anyone on the Express needs help, they will appear immediately. It would be ill-advised to underestimate them. Pom Pom is terrifying when they get angry. Yes, it's terrifying.
Are you talking about me? Huh? Are you talking about me? I have other questions. Oh, never mind. I don't have any other questions.
There you are. Wait, this is your first trip. So that should be double the excitement, right?
But I'm still a little worried about what lies ahead.
You're just like Mr. Yang, always worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. Young people should be energetic. Here, let's do some relaxation exercises. The first step is to grab a hold of the root cause of your anxiety.
Okay, I got it.
You really got it, huh? The second step is to focus all your anxiety on that point.
Okay, I'm ready for step 3.
Seems like you're a natural. It's not easy to reach this level of enlightenment. Now for step 3. Yank out that anxiety and cast it away with all your might.
Okay, well, I'll cast out all the anxiety now.
Really? I've never been able to do it successfully myself. What does it feel like? Like all your worries have been swept away?
Here we go.
What's wrong? You look like you were about to say something. Oh, I think I know what you're going to ask. You've come to the right person.
About the Express.
Ooh, you want to know more about the Express? I'm glad. After all, it's an important companion of ours.
About the history of the Express.
The Astral Express was a tool created by Akivili the Trailblaze, who used it to transport themselves and the Nameless across the galaxy. It is rumored that there are other vehicles like it, but the Express has no such records. When I found the Express, its memory had been severely damaged, with much of its valuable information lost. All I know is that the Express is an aspect of creation built by Akivili themselves and used to travel the cosmos. As for how it was built and how it was damaged, I do not have an answer.
Hmm. About where the Express is headed.
The Express is traveling on a route that the Trailblaze once embarked on. The names of some destinations have been lost, but the first and final stops were both at Pagana, Akivili's home world. We speculate the Astral Express started its journey from Pagana, stopping at each destination along the way before returning there for its next journey. However, the appearance of the Stellaron has caused a delay at each stop.
Hmm. About the Express's source of power.
There's a legend in the galaxy. The heart of Akivili themselves lies in the core of the Astral Express, providing it with the power to travel between worlds. But I found no evidence of that aboard the Express. Besides, the Express existed before the Trailblaze fell. There's no way they could have had two hearts, right? However, it is likely that the Express possesses some sort of mechanism to transfer power from the Trailblaze.
Hmm.
It wouldn't be possible with a normal Path Strider.
About Akavili.
The fallen Eon, deceased Trailblaze. Their passing is still a mystery, but of all the known Eons, Akivili was the closest to mankind. In the databank aboard the Express, it is recorded that they walked among the mortals, adventuring, fighting, and celebrating with them. Although they were an Eon restrained by the Prima Mobile, Akivili enjoyed a freedom similar to us mortals. They were different from most. But their passing came so suddenly that it was thought they were killed by another Eon. I don't believe that to be the case.
About the galaxy.
The galaxy is endlessly vast. I wouldn't know where to begin, especially when you ask me like that so suddenly.
About its nature.
I've been to many different worlds, yet I still know very little about the galaxy, simply because it's too vast. As for its nature, there are a few theories that I can share with you. The most popular is probably the Cosmos Tree theory, proposed by Xandar, emanator of erudition and the first member of the Genius Society. He compared the galaxy to an enormous imaginary tree, with its leaves being individual universes. Therefore, only eons who draw their energy from the imaginary and emanators who are blessed by eons can travel through the spaces filled with imaginary energy. That's why planets where civilizations exist are so similar. However, the theory has its flaws. Elias Salas, the 56th member of the Genius Society, invented remote detection, disproving that the imaginary is unique. This shook the foundation of the Cosmos Tree theory. There are other theories as well. The stretching theory, the heat torch theory, and the parallel imaging theory. The Riddlers claim the galaxy is just a dream, and IX's followers seem to like that claim. Eons are the most mysterious beings in the galaxy. All we know is that they ascended from the form of intelligent beings. As for the how and why, even the geniuses over at the Genius Society haven't the slightest clue. Upon ascending to Eonhood, that being gains power over the paths, free to choose the allocation of imaginary energy however they wish, while suffering the restrictions of the Prima Mobile. The Eon of Destruction seeks only to destroy the universe, while the Eon of Erudition wants to find the answer for all that exists. Meanwhile, the Eon of Preservation continues to forge walls, and the Eon of Enigmata devotes itself to obscuring all that is known. A cloud of mystery shrouds the Eons. I heard Madame Herta recruited a team to try and solve the mysteries about them. Compared to the Eons, the factions are much easier to understand. Mortals with the same objective gather together to practice their understanding of Eons and paths. Many eons are unreachable, but the factions are close to us. After Akivili trailblazed across the galaxy, people became aware of the existence of other worlds. Gradually, more people started trying to use the power of the eons to travel between worlds. The Interastral Peace Corporation is a good example. They worship Klapoth, the Eon of Preservation, but somehow became the largest economic entity in the galaxy. Another example is the Genius Society. There are no shortages of eccentrics like Madame Herda who dedicate themselves to scientific research under the protection of the erudition. These factions possess the same power as us to voyage between worlds. It would be hard to travel through the galaxy without them. The birth of an eon gives rise to a path. The nature of the paths remains a mystery, leaving us to draw an analogy in a way that mortals can understand. It's a philosophical concept of sorts. A person is considered to be on a path when their will overlaps with that path. If the person has a strong enough will, they can draw power from that path. Those who can do so are called Pathstriders. Pathstriders possess extraordinary power, but are still insignificant compared to the eons, like a drop of water in a vast ocean. Sometimes eons will bestow a mortal with their power, making them an emanator of that eon. I should mention that once a path is open, it cannot be closed, even with the fall of its eon. That is how we are still able to travel across the stars, despite Akivili's passing. Trailblaze is our mission, and the source of strength that powers the Express to travel across the galaxy.
Okay then. About exploration.
Explore the unknown world to continue our journey ahead. Understand the local culture and immerse ourselves within it. Establish a connection with the new world, rejoice with it, and share in its fears. Connect worlds together, carving an endless path.
Thank you, Himiko. You were lovely. Where's Don Han?
You took long enough. But at least everyone's here now.
Yeah, where's Don Han?
He won't be here, so just leave him be.
Okay.
Oh yeah, take these.
What's this?
A tiny bonus from the conductor to the passenger. Think of it as an investment in your future growth.
Wait, what? That's not what the subtitle said. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, good. I was like, oh no, just keep on going. Let's just keep on going.
Okay, everyone, hurry up and find a place to sit down. Try not to be like March, always running around the express like a headless chicken. Pom-Pom's going to start the final preparations for the jump.
Okay. Friends. Gasp. Add friends via system. Recommendations or by searching with the UID. View the friends you've added from the friend screen. Friend list. Aw. Damn it. Da-da. Are you ready to move on to the next planet? What's the next stop for the Express?
The universe. The Astral Express. Eons. Did I get dragged into a science fiction movie or something? This Stellaron thing in my body.
Are you trying to catch the stars? I've done stuff like that before. But it wasn't stars for me, though. It was lights. When I first woke up after being rescued from the ice, I could see clusters of stars in front of me. I reached out for them automatically, but they turned out to be the carriage ceiling lights. The whole crew was watching me. It was pretty embarrassing.
Rescued from the ice?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Before all this, I was stuck in a huge block of ice drifting through space. Himeko and Mr. Yang and... who was it again? Anyway, they figured out a way to melt the ice and saved me.
Do you remember what happened before you were frozen?
I don't remember a thing. Who I am, where I'm from, my name. It's like everything was erased from my mind. March 7th was the day they found me, so it stuck. Ever since then, I've been hanging out on this train and following it to whatever destination it decides to stop at. I'm hoping that one day I can find my past. What am I talking about this for? A way to get everyone down, huh?
Sorry.
It's fine. I was the one who brought it up. Cheer up! It's not every day someone gets to ride on the Astral Express. Ah, here comes the conductor.
The Express has reached a safe distance from the space station. We'll be jumping in about 10 minutes. Return to your seats, please. Both of you! Things could get bumpy.
Thanks, Pom Pom. But did you really have to come and remind me? I'm not a newbie, you know.
Well, it wouldn't be necessary, but Miss March 7th likes to challenge herself and falls over every time.
That's just called never giving up. Conductor, can I get a juice, please? Thank you!
We're jumping in 5 minutes. You can have something to drink when it's over.
But I'm thirsty now.
A very comfortable sofa. Feels like you'll fall right into sleep after sitting on it. Talk to other companions.
Oh, don't worry about me. I just want to see if I can stay on my feet this time.
Good luck, I'm rooting for you.
Thanks. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. The key is using your core, waist, and leg muscles. It's not your stance that matters, but your ability to ride the inertia. Well, don't mind me. Find a place to sit down and buckle up.
Our next stop is a small planet called Eurelos 6. It's been thousands of years since the last time the Express paid a visit. The databank shows it was a lush and beautiful place. But after all this time, it's possible that dramatic changes have occurred.
Hmm.
Jumps are like this. They may feel novel the first few times, but you'll slowly get used to them after a few more. As for the mechanism, well, if you're interested, I'll explain it to you in detail when we have more time. For now, just sit and wait. Remember to close your eyes. It helps with the dizziness.
Hold on tight and wait for the jump to finish.
Hello? Hello, hello? All passengers, please return to your seats. The train is about to make the jump. Hold on, everyone.
I won't fall over. I won't fall over.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
After all those millennia, is this what Eurilo 6 has become?
Uh-huh. So, that snowy planet is our destination this time?
Yes. Looks like this trailblazing expedition won't be easy.
Spatial readout anomaly. Star rail stability is down to 12%. Schedule alteration. 7-day stopover time extended indefinitely.
Anomaly?
The complex locality of this world has been affected somehow. The star rail has been blocked off by something. Take an ordinary train as an example. It's like the tracks up ahead have suddenly snapped, and the way forward leads straight into a collapsing abyss.
That's not
The only
healthy.
sensible thing to do would be to brake hard, right?
If we try to force our way ahead, there could be a hefty price to pay.
This again? Don't tell me. It's gotta be.
The results of the preliminary analysis are here. The anomaly stems from a Stellaron, as always.
Stellaron.
Yes, just like the one that's been placed into your body.
What should we do?
Don't worry, it's not the first time our route has been obstructed by a Stellaron. Stellarons are clouded in mystery. Even Herta isn't able to fully understand them, but at least we know how to neutralize their influences.
The only thing we can say for sure is that their arrival causes massive changes to civilizations and ecosystems. They also generate distortions in space, such as fragmentums. There must be an inextricable connection between the Stellaron we're dealing with here and Eurilo 6 becoming a frozen planet.
Our current theory is that Stellarons are seeds of disaster, planted by a certain eon throughout the universe. We can't continue to trailblaze without removing the source of the disaster.
So you're saying
That we've gotta get busy.
I'd like to entrust this trailblazing expedition to March, Dan Hung, and you. The objective is clear. Find the Stellaron responsible for the disaster and the spatial distortions, and bring it back to the Express. We'll deal with the rest.
Awesome! We get to work as a team again.
you're not coming?
Someone has to stay on the train or Pom Pom will get lonely. Not to mention, Nanook threw us a glance just now. If we're targeted by the Antimatter Legion, then things could go south fast.
We don't want that.
So it's still not our turn.
I know you really want to go, but we should give the youngsters a chance to get out there on their own. It'll be a good opportunity for them to bond. March, if you two are ready, why not go and find Dan Hung? He's probably already started collating the ecological data and survey results for your Relo 6. It's always good to know more about the destination before you start a journey.
A grand cool adventure.
Ever since the destruction sowed Stellarons across the universe, many worlds have changed. Nanook, the destruction, Yaosha, the abundance, Terminus, the finality. I've seen and learned a lot in my time, but I still struggle to understand some of the Eon's actions.
Thanks to a brilliant performance, you guys saved the space station from a moment of crisis. Now, the Express is relying on you to get it moving again. Remember, there are 4 things we do when we arrive at a new world: explore, understand, establish, and connect. And I'm sure you'll get along really well with March and Dan Hung.
Oh, you're already here.
A planet covered in snow and ice. Will I find my answer here? Whoa! Don't sneak up on me like that.
Sorry.
Why are you still here? Go find Don Hung. Exciting adventures are waiting for us.
He's right here. He's just right here.
Are you doing okay after your first jump? Dizziness or retching are normal reactions. You'll feel better once you get used to it.
I feel fine.
So you have high compatibility with the Express. That's good. I went through the Express's database, and it seems the environment on your Relo 6 has undergone drastic changes in the past few centuries. It was not a frozen planet to begin with.
Well, it says it was caused by a Stellaron.
He said so? Considering the spatial obstacles that the Star Rail has encountered, it's highly possible. I've conducted a preliminary survey and found that there's one area with a relatively normal temperature on the surface of the planet. By normal, I mean a temperature that just about allows for human survival. If I had to choose a site for initial investigation on this trailblazing expedition, that would be it.
Himiko wants you, me, and March 7 to go together.
As I expected. Before you came, whenever March wanted to go anywhere, Himiko would make Mr. Yang and me go with her. And even after you arrived, I didn't suppose I'd be the one to be liberated of that duty. I assume the trailblazing objective this time is to find the Stellaron on Eurilo 6 and dispel the effect it's exerting on the Star Rail. Right? I see. You should find March. I'll join you two once I'm ready.
Did you talk to Don Hung? How'd it go?
Full of enthusiasm.
Really? I find that hard to believe. Relax. Don Hung and I are experienced trailblazers. We got your back. Well, are you ready?
You bet.
When I first saw this planet, I thought, a world covered in ice. Could it have something to do with my past? Now I can't stop thinking about it. Still, the ice that trapped me was six-phased ice, a very rare substance. I don't think you can find it on your average planet.
We won't know unless we have a look ourselves.
To be honest, I think I'd be kind of annoyed if I found out this was my home world. It looks freezing. Pretty girls aren't frost resistant.
Mm.
What? Is there something on my face?
Nah, I was just imagining all the fun we're gonna have here.
I feel sorry for this world. First the Stellaron, and now you.
Let's go.
All right, here comes the Eurilo 6 Trailblaze team.
Eurilo 6. We're here.
It really is one big snowball.
It doesn't feel that cold.
Well, the Trailblaze path grants us faint power. It allows us to better adapt to harsh environments.
Snow as far as the eye can see. Which direction should we take?
Based on the coordinates, the target should be up ahead.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go!
Why didn't we land at the destination?
Do you want to mention the time we smashed a hole through Taikian Stadium? Or shall I?
Please stop bringing that up. Let's just say that landings and crowds don't mix.
Unless you enjoy trailblazing through 2 weeks of community service.
I said drop it!
Remember, we should stay vigilant. We know very little about this world.
Calm down. Between the three of us, nothing will stand in our way. I mean, come on. You've got a Stellaron in your body. I have my special six-phased ice powers. And Danhung, he's got that mysterious past thing going for him. So if people start creating trouble for us, they're gonna regret it.
Let's just make sure that we're not the ones creating trouble.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go. Braving the unknown? That's the real spirit of trailblazing.
Wow.
This place still hasn't been corroded, yet Fragmentum monsters have already made it here. I fear the Stellaron may be exerting a significant influence on this.
Oh.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
What a strange object. It seems really out of place in the snow plains. Maybe Mr. Yang will know what this is. Let's send a message to ask him. What is this, Mr. Yang? It is a calyx, a strange entity born from the phenomenon of space distortion. There are some reality data in the calyxes that might come in handy, but please be careful when coming in contact with them. The existence of these calyxes is still a mystery to us, and the danger within is incalculable. In your coming journey, you might come across the calyxes like this, and the reality data stored in different calyxes may vary, so look out for that. Mm. Calyx Golden has been archived in the Interastral Peace Guide view. Details here. These game modes cause Trailblaze Power to play. Trailblaze Power recover over time.
Fighting is meaningless.
My turn.
Batter up! Reach the end of the story in your own way.
So March got interrupted. I'm so sorry.
Hey, get out of there or you'll shiver to death. Holding your breath won't help.
I got this, March. Someone's got their head stuck in the sand, or the snow in this case. They just need a helping hand.
Ouch! My fine fellow, was that really necessary? Is crawling around in the snow a crime these days? I mean, come on, surely. It doesn't warrant a spearing. But then again, how can I blame you? I mean, I caught you off guard. It had to happen. You could even say I deserved it, huh? Besides, I made a gallant group of new friends as a result. Is Captain Gepard around? He's an old buddy of mine.
Who?
Wait, you're not Silvermane guards? Well, why didn't you say so? Turns out we're on the same side after all. Pleasure to meet you. The name's Sampo Koski.
I'm Renrir.
Excellent, I'll remember the name. I never thought I'd run into friends from the same line of work out here in this frozen wasteland. Business is bad these days, but fear not, Sampo Koski isn't interested in hoarding. There's more than enough treasure to go around, so let's get rich together. Say, why don't we join forces? I have reliable intel the main strength of the Silvermane Guards is being deployed to the front line. This is a golden opportunity.
The front line.
Come now, friends. I can understand the mistrust, but there's no need for the charade. Then again, I know the rules. Vigilance is the name of the game in our profession. It's my fault for letting my enthusiasm and sincerity get the better of me. Anyway, a meeting like this has to have been written in the stars. Ask me anything you like. I won't skimp on the details. Still make it snappy. You're never more than 10 feet from a Silvermane guard.
Why were you hiding in the snow?
Me? You guys scared me to death. There I was, looking for relics to sell, when all of a sudden you came stomping over. I thought the Silvermane guards were paying me a visit. Seriously, though, try treading a little lighter next time, huh? If you run into the guards, They won't hide in a snowdrift, and you'll be in a cell before you know it.
Are we gonna go to jail? Is there a settlement nearby?
Settlement? What a literary turn of phrase. Why, there's only one place in this world where the living still reside. Our beloved Bellabog. The further away you get, the dicier things become. The city of preservation, the towering citadel, humanity's last bastion against the eternal freeze. It may sound a bit over the top, but those names are grounded in truth. The only place humans can eke out an existence is behind those impregnable walls.
I have no idea who these Silvermane guards even are.
You really don't know? The Silvermane guards are Bellabog's soldiers, enforcers, and police. Let's just say they're not the most flexible of people. And they like paying visits to folks in our line of work. Seems like you guys really are new to the business. To be young and naive again. How about this? As a senior in the field, which I'm sure you don't mind me saying, I'll give you some free guidance. There are ways of doing things in this profession, and you better get familiar with them. Moving in the shadows, finding the goods, pricing your stock, hiding from the guards. There's an art to all of it.
No need. Why don't you just take us to the city? We don't really know the way.
The city? Already? They haven't even started trading yet. Well, showing you the way is easy enough, Missy, but it would cost. But it would be my pleasure. Kindness is Sampo Koski's middle name. Follow me, friends, and keep quiet. We don't want to be spotted by the guards.
So why were you hiding from the Silvermane guards?
I was just storing a few relics away from prying eyes. Nothing serious. If it weren't for the uncompromising nature of our civil service, there'd be no need for secrecy. So where about you guys from, anyway? I don't mean to pry or anything. I just care about my friends. No pressure. Rule number 7, never leave a footprint. I have my own special technique called invisible snow walking. Helps me throw off pursuers in no time.
Who are they?
You remember the Silvermane guards I mentioned? That's them. Help me, old friends. I don't want to be caught.
It's the suspect and his accomplices. Arrest them!
It's now or never. Over to you, dear friends.
Hey, where do you think you're...
This song's just for you. Turn up the volume.
Watch this!
Let's go. How about this?
Step aside. I have the truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. Break! The time is now.
Pretty good crowd. Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
Fighting is meaningless.
It's the boy.
I, Gepard Landau, captain of the Silver Mane Guards, order you to relinquish your futile resistance.
Ugh, that
Move carefully.
Sampo cheated us all. Wait till I get my hands on him.
Suspect, relinquish your resistance.
This song's just for you.
So I'm a criminal, huh? Forget Sampo. Wait until I get my hands on you!
Rules are made to be broken! You've outstayed your welcome!
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Let's rock!
My turn. Watch this!
Let's make it quick.
On my command! Take courage!
The time is now.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up with my tempo!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Uh-oh. What happened to audio? That was weird. Okay then. Uh-oh.
This ends here! And the prime suspect? The one with the blue hair?
Apologies, Captain. We lost him during the pursuit. We can't find his footprints.
No matter. We have his accomplices. He'll be close by, plotting his next move.
We're not his accomplices.
Yeah, we'd never team up with someone like him. I'm not trying to talk our way out of this, but we're not friends with that scoundrel. Did you see how fast he ditched us? We rescued him from the snow out of the kindness of our hearts. We had no idea he might be using us to get past you. Are you really dumb enough to fall for his...
I'm a captain, not an adjudication panel. As a Belobog citizen, you have the right to defend yourself, but that can only take place under the scrutiny of the architects, not now. Take them away.
But we're not from Belobog.
Show him the photos, March.
Photos?
Ah, you're a genius! Great idea! You've probably never seen what your planet looks like, right? I took this one. Behold, Yarilo 6.
March 7th shows good
You
Gepard.
mean
Oh,
to say that this white ball that's here, that's our home? How can that?
It is said that a long time ago, strange visitors from beyond the sky would visit us here. But that after the eternal freeze, the blizzards made passage impossible. And Belobog would cease to witness such arrivals.
But these people are.
This decision is beyond us. If what they say is true, then only the Supreme Guardian may decide their fate. Our job is to present them before her, nothing more. Outsiders, follow me. Belobog lies beyond this blizzard. Welcome to Belobog, the city of preservation.
hmm.
Hey, it feels like it got a bit warmer.
That's because you're in Belobog, the last bastion of humanity.
Last bastion?
700 years ago, monsters from beyond the sky set the world ablaze. The land was turned to scorched earth, with raging infernos and billowing towers of smoke stretching beyond the horizon. In the midst of the conflict, the eternal freeze descended without warning. Suddenly, sweeping winds brought blizzards which buried the invading legion. Belobog was all that remained. The steadfast architects built this city. Under the protection of Klepoth, the preservation, Belobog remains forever warm in the face of unrelenting cold.
He's sure saying some weird stuff.
A marked change in tone. Sounds like he's quoting from a historical record.
Uh-huh. So why is he telling us all this?
You wanted to know.
We saw strange creatures outside the city.
Hmm.
They must have come from a tear in corroded space. A fragmentum, correct?
How do you... That's right. Out there in the blizzard, there are still many threats, including the monsters you saw. The Silvermane guards are continuously engaged with the enemy, but I'm afraid the situation is bleak. After your meeting with the Supreme Guardian, I would like to consult you on this matter. We're lacking in intel.